Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. Today, I am here with the amazing, talented, and lovely and good friend, Miss Taylor Hughes. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, doing awesome. Doing awesome. I don't know, but is the temperature getting warm up there in Kentucky? Or you're
Well, I'm down in like the
no,
Nashville area, but
fine. Okay.
it's just as hot. It's probably hotter here than it is in Kentucky. We're usually about 10 degrees warmer, and it was like 85 yesterday. And I was out there this morning, and it felt okay, but now it's probably up in the 80s again.
Okay, same weather here. It's the 80s, but I'm in
Yeah,
Florida, so that's why I always ask. I'm like, I have no clue what the temperature is everywhere else, because
yeah, right.
sometimes you're like, yeah,
Florida's its own world. It's always warm.
yeah, yeah. Unless you're in North Florida, it's always hot here. It's yeah.
Yeah.
That's about
Well,
it.
I hate cold weather, but I also don't really like hot weather. So like if it was just fall all year round, I'd be happy.
Yes, yes. Like we loved in the summertime going out to like the Pacific Northwest, especially like on the
Yeah.
coast, because it's like 60, 70
Hmm.
degrees. I'm like, this is perfect all year
Oh
round.
yeah.
This would be perfect. It drops down a little more in
Yeah.
the winter right here, but
Yeah.
worth trying it out sometime.
Right.
So for our fans and followers and everyone watching today and listening, they may not know who you are. So we're gonna start with that most
Yeah.
difficult question.
Yeah.
Who is
Let's do
Taylor
it.
Hughes?
Yeah. Well, that's such a complex question. No, I'm a country artist, but my sound is a little more influenced with Southern rock and a little bit of blues. But we still have a little bit of like that modern country vibe in there when we feel like it. You know, you got to dabble in a little bit of everything. But I'm originally from Kentucky. I've been in Nashville for a little over 7 years. Absolutely love it. This is what I do full time. I'm a touring artist. And then during the week, if I'm not on the road, I'm in Nashville writing music for either myself or other artists. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Oh. And then, of course, we'll have the links in the description, so you all have to go check her out and follow Miss Taylor. But yeah, so I know it's been a while, and I've noticed there's been some new music, and I know we were recently talking
Yeah.
about Old Fashioned You.
Yes.
We had that
Yep.
on the radio show. So tell us again, I love that song because it does compare, the guys to the drink. And it was funny because I was thinking about that the other day when I'd heard it on because I have it on my playlist, and I'm like, yeah, it does remind me. It absolutely does. I had this one and I was like, that's identical to, Jack is the same everywhere, I think. I don't know, is it
Oh
something
yeah.
in Jack that brings out that aggression, or I don't know.
I think so. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the song was really fun to write. It was an idea that I had brought to the writing room with my co-writer, Crystal King, and we were just kind of talking about like, you know, each drink or like, well-known drinks, sometimes like they have like a certain personality that goes with them. So we just thought it would be fun to, write a song comparing the different types of guys we've dated to those drinks, and just kind of circle back around to be like, hey, love doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple and classic, like a good old fashioned. And, being from Kentucky, we had to, put a little bit of that Kentucky flair in there.
Absolutely. It's a great song.
Well, I'm so glad you guys like it, and I appreciate you having it on your playlist and on the show. It's been a fun one to promote. It's a little more commercial. I think, and it's definitely like a good dancing, get you drinking, have you questioning your love choices kind of song. Because like, everyone needs one of those.
Absolutely. And I'm sure everyone can relate to at least one of those in the different drinks,
Oh
for sure.
yeah,
Everyone's had
absolutely,
at least
for
one.
sure. Yeah, exactly. Right. We try to fit them all in there.
Oh, so I know you have some new stuff coming up. We were just talking before we got on about heading into the studio and stuff. So do you have specifics on anything on new stuff coming out or anything that you can share?
So we can't share too much, but we are heading back into the studio next week to just kind of do like the beginning phases. I have been kind of talking a little bit about working on a cowboy project and just, kind of cowboy themed songs and things of that nature, or like Texas themed stuff. So fans have seem to be pretty excited about that idea. So we might go down that avenue. We're hoping to do an EP here soon, but we're also looking at some just like one off songs that I've wanted to do for a little bit. But when you go into the studio, you're like, okay, well, what's the next single? What can you afford to do right now? Because I don't, which, being an artist and being a songwriter, you're like, you just want to put out all this music, but you also want to make sure that you're putting out good quality. So sometimes you can only do so much at a time. So that's what we're kind of brainstorming next week when we go in to be like, hey, are we going to start diving into the cowboy project? Are we going to do these one-off things that people have also been wanting to that might not necessarily fit the theme? And just kind of go from there. But we're really excited.
Definitely excited for new music always. But I'm sure whatever you all pick and that's one of the, I guess the constraints of independent artists is
Yeah.
financing and making sure that you're like, okay, where are we at? What are we, sticking to the
Yeah.
budget is the key.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And, I've been very blessed to work with some amazing musicians and producers. So when you do that, you want to make sure that like you're continuing to do that. And I think sometimes the fans don't realize that like it is really expensive if you want like the best quality stuff. But hey, I'm here to deliver the best that I can. So you get the music when you get the music, I guess. But I'm trying to get it out there for y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're right. Most of the people listening to music don't understand what goes behind the scenes sometimes. I mean, they understand there's a lot to go
Yeah.
behind it, but I don't think they've been taken enough into the weeds of an independent artist to see and just
Yeah.
understand that much of it. But
Yeah, and there's a whole other part of it, like when you're trying to budget for like studio time, and then you're like, okay, well, how are we going to promote the song? Which also takes, marketing
Mhm.
isn't free either, unless you can figure out some like cool ways to stand out on social media and stuff like that. So there's a whole lot that goes behind it. So if anyone wants to, jump in on the project to help an independent girl out, we're always here to collaborate.
Absolutely. I want free marketing, all the good stuff. You
Yeah,
can always
right.
email either of us and we'll help you out.
Yeah,
I'll get you to
if you want to
Taylor.
be an we're always looking for investors, which is really cool, actually. Just being an artist over the years, just meeting some incredible people. I have had people that want to like invest in what I'm doing because they believe in it, and it's so like amazing and like it's kind of crazy that even people that like don't even know me that well, they just believe in like my music and what I'm doing, that they like want to help in any way they can. So like I'm always grateful for those fans and grateful for fans that show up to the shows or stream the music. Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the ISO Awards.
Yeah. So this is my first year being nominated. I've got 6 nominations. I'm trying to remember what they all are. But it's like, it's so hard to keep up with everything because you've got like the Josie Music Awards, and then like my home state always does some like music awards every year. And then this is my first year being nominated for the ICE, I guess, is it, what'd you say it? ISA, I guess, ISSAs?
Yes,
I don't know.
ISSA.
It's a pregnancy brain over here.
I'm
Trying
so
to
used
keep
to
track of
acronyms, we just
everything.
call it whatever the best we can say it is.
Yeah, right. But I'm really excited. So the first round of voting is going on right now, and I think the last day to vote, the public can vote for the first round, is the 30th. So I think it's tomorrow.
I think so.
And then they'll figure out. I guess they'll narrow it down with fan votes, and then a professional panel will decide the final winners. But the awards are held down in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm hoping I can make it. I don't know if I'll be able to because baby girl is due in July. So I don't know
Aw.
if I'll be quite ready to travel in August. But I'm just super grateful for all the fans that have helped me, get nominated and that have been voting every day. I know it's a lot. Sometimes it's a little overbearing to have to go in and vote every single day for some stuff when you just wish that you could just vote one time and then be done. So I'm always super, super thankful for everyone that's taken the time to vote, whether it's been once or you've been just on it every single day voting. But I'm trying to think. I'm up for Emerging Artist of the Year, Entertainer of the Year, Female Songwriter, Female Vocalist, and then Female Single of the Year. So Old Fashioned You is up for that. So we're really excited. So fingers crossed that we'll get some make it to the next round. So.
Absolutely. And it would be great that, if baby comes a little earlier and then you'll be able to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Well, we'll roll with whatever we can do and roll with the punches and figure it out from there.
Oh, wonderful. It has been a pleasure having you. But before we go, I know you were talking about some fall dates. Do you have anything out, or tell us where we can find it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always keep my tour schedule up to date on my website. So at taylorhughesmusic.com/tour. We're planning on picking back up with shows and stuff probably mid to late September. But we do have, this hasn't been like fully announced yet, but we may or may not have another mini Texas tour coming up in the fall. So I'm beginning to mid-November with my girl Crystal King, which some of you all might know. So this will be the first time her and I tour together. We've been friends and songwriter friends forever. So it was about time that we got on the road together. So we're really excited about that. So stay tuned for those dates. But yeah, we're just really excited for the fall. Probably going to take most of the summer off. I've got shows, all of May is super busy. And then we've got a few things going on in June. So if you guys can come out and see me, please do. And those dates are on my website as well. And I will post them on like my socials and stuff like that.
Wonderful. So make sure, links in the description. Go follow Miss Taylor and stay tuned. Coming up next, 20 crazy questions. See y'all later. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.